When you look at Gitanjali and you look at Ridhima, you're like, wow, these kids. And then you think about the fact that we live in a country where 1 in 3 of the world's child brides, 1 in 3 of the world's child brides actually live in India. We're talking about millions, right? Millions of girls, sometimes the age of Gitanjali and Ridhima, who are married off. And this is still happening despite child marriage being outlawed. By law, 18 is the age at which a legal marriage for girls is recognized. But now there is a proposal headed by an eminent panel that is arguing that this age must be raised to the same age as that of boys, which is 21. And this is an issue that has in fact divided activists, because some activists are saying you need to change attitudes and not the law. Now, I want to just bring up our panel, if I may now. Jaya Jetli is with us. Jaya Jetli, if we can bring her on. Jaya Jetli actually led that panel and who argued that this is a very necessary thing to do. We're also joined by Dr. Kriti Bharti, who has been working for the annulment of marriages that take place when it involves girls. We have Mrinalini Deshmukh, who is one of our best-known lawyers, joining us from Mumbai. And we have Pintu Devi, जो अपनी कहानी बताएंगी. Pintu हमें बताएंगी कि उनके साथ क्या हुआ. But I want to start with Jaya ji, who is the most relevant to this new law that is being proposed. Sorry, I know we're running a bit late. My apologies to all of you for keeping you waiting. Very sorry about that. Jaya Jetli, I'd like to start with you. What is the thinking behind the proposal that this age must be raised from 18 to 21? And intuitively, I support it. Intuitively, I would say 18 is too young, 21 is too young, 25 is too young. We shouldn't even be talking about marriage. We should be talking about girls being self-reliant, girls pursuing professions, passions. Ye shadi ka obsession chodo. But unfortunately, we are a country obsessed with marriages, unfortunately. Tell me a little bit about what your thought is on this, Jayaji.
Well, the task force that we have been working on, the report should come out hopefully next week. So till then, I don't really want to jump the gun about what our recommendations are. But obviously, the buzz around the country is that we're going to suggest raising the age. At the moment, everything that we have attended to and addressed are all recommendations only. And we've considered a lot of things. So I'm not going to, at the moment, discuss from the view that, okay, it's all presumed that it's going to be raised. But the larger picture, which has made us look at the whole issue. One is that gender equality is something that international law has recognized. Our constitution is recognized. The UN and every country has recognized. So gender equality is one basic underlying factor that we have to address. And as you said, 1 in 3 girls are married off. That's actually, we are the highest number in the world, which is 15 million. You said millions, right? It's 15 million actually. And the sad part is that, and the most interesting part for us during all our discussions, we had many what we call town hall discussions. We had questionnaires sent out to 1,600 colleges and universities. And we asked the students themselves. And in fact, the most interesting thing was nobody wanted to get married before 22 or 23. We also had, children from young girls from the areas which are particularly affected, like Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, UP, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal. Everywhere else, the marriage age is well over 18, probably even 21, 22. So these areas are the ones which are really the tough ones. And obviously, when you look at it, it's the causes, which I'm sure you all will discuss further in this panel, poverty, societal condition, sexual violence, fear of the safety of the girl, all these things. So something obviously had to be done about it, because even though our decline has been very good, from 50% it's gone to, the pace is 27%, but it's still far too many. So obviously we had to do something about it. So we've addressed health, education, and the laws. These three, plus child mortality, infant mortality, maternal mortality, these are the issues we've discussed.
Right. I do understand that you can't get into the specifics till your task force report is public, but it's just such an important conversation. And in fact, I do have the data in front of me about some of those regional variations that you spoke about. 1 in 4 girls who are married below the age of 18 in India are actually from West Bengal and Bihar. So I think that you flagged a very important point. You've also made the point that actually child marriage percentages have been coming down from almost 50% in 2005 to 27% in 2016. That's the last available data. I want to take what you've said to the rest of the panel, Jaya Jetli, and I'm going to have a lot of questions for you, and I'm sure our audience is also. But I want to first hear from Pintu, जिनके साथ ये हुआ, और मैं इसको हादसा बोलने वाली हूँ क्योंकि मेरे लिए एक बच्ची की शादी एक हादसा ही है, एक ट्रेजेडी ही है. अगर छोटी सी बच्ची की शादी हो जाती है बिफोर शी इज रेडी, देयर इज नथिंग एल्स टू कॉल इट बट इनजस्टिस एंड अ ट्रेजेडी. पिंटू, आप अपनी कहानी बताएंगी. आपकी क्या उम्र थी जब आपकी शादी हुई, क्यों हुई, कैसे हुई और फिर क्या हुआ?
जब मैं 6 साल की थी तब मेरा बाल ब्याह करा दिया था समाज वालों ने.
जी, थोड़ा सा
समाज
जोर से
वालों ने
बोलिए.
मेरे बाल
थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए पिंटू, थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए.
मैं 6 साल की थी जब मेरा बाल ब्याह करा दिया था समाज वालों ने. जब मैं बड़ी हुई तो मुझे पता चला कि मेरा बाल ब्याह हो गया. तो मैंने कहा मैं वहाँ जाना नहीं चाहती हूँ. तो ससुराल वालों ने धमकियों पर धमकी देने लगे. वो क्रिमिनल थे इसलिए, और मेरे परिवार वालों को ही धमकियाँ मिलने लगी. पता चला सारथी ट्रस्ट कीर्ति दीदी, डॉक्टर कीर्ति दीदी के बारे में कि वो बाल ब्याह निरस्त कराती है. तो मैं भी उससे संपर्क किया. तो उसने मेरा
अभी
बाल
क्या
ब्याह
उम्र है आपकी?
निरस्त
अभी क्या उम्र है पिंटू आपकी?
20 साल.
और आप 6 साल की थी जब आपकी शादी हुई,
हाँ.
और जब आपने छोड़ने की कोशिश की, छोड़ने की क्या मतलब, वो शादी तो इलीगल है, तो वो शादी तो है ही नहीं. जब आपने कहा कि मुझे ये जिंदगी नहीं जीनी, तो आपको धमकियां मिली.
धमकियाँ मिली.
एक बात बताइए, जब आप छोटी थी आपका क्या सपना था? आगे आगे क्या बनना चाहती थी आप?
मैं पढ़ना चाहती थी.
क्या बनना चाहती थी? सॉरी, आपकी आवाज थोड़ी धीमी है. क्या बनना चाहती थी?
मैं पढ़ना चाहती थी आगे, और टीचर बनना चाहती थी.
पढ़ना चाहती थी और टीचर बनना चाहती थी. तो ये है पिंटू, जिनका सपना है, अभी भी है, मैं इसको है बोलूंगी, अध्यापक बनना, टीचर बनना. ये टीचर बनना चाहती थी, ये पढ़ना चाहती थी. 6 साल की उम्र में इनकी शादी हो गई. लेट्स टेक अ स्टोरी बैक टू द पैनल. Mrinalini and Dr. Kriti, let's bring you on with comments. Mrinalini, is changing the law the right approach, or do you have to change attitudes? A lot of activists looking at Jayaji's task force proposal have said कि एक प्रॉब्लम ये हो सकता है that girls in our country already don't have individual decision making powers. You know, people tell them who they should marry, who they should have sex with, क्या उम्र ठीक है, क्या उम्र नहीं ठीक है. Is one of the problems in raising the age that it will give families and villages and entire communities the excuse to control girls even more? As a lawyer, what do you think, Mrinal?
See, Barka, this is a very relevant subject that we are discussing about, and I think I'm happy to be a part of this. I think the answer to your question is twofold. Number one, yes, yes, it is the enactment which is very important, because unless there is a law in place and there are certain restraints which are the legal restraints and there are ramifications for that, nobody is going to take it seriously. But more importantly, I think it is the societal attitude that has to change. And I think to a large extent, it is the way, I mean, for years on, we are seeing, we're talking about it for so many of your sessions also, about the patriarchal society that we are in. A woman is looked upon, a girl child is looked upon as a burden, and and the earlier you get rid of the burden is easier for them. So coming from this mindset, and which has been going on for centuries together, and has been at times sort of, validated by saying that it's a customary thing which is there. But even sati was a custom, but did we not ban it? Because that was absolutely harmful for the women. It was not done. And it was something that the women were subjected to against their own wishes. So we cannot take the umbrage of a custom for certain things which are surely and patently violating the rights of a girl child, more importantly, be it her marriage, be it whatever her birth, and be it her education, which is there. The law has come into force. The 2006 enactment is a very, very I would say, a very strong step towards it. But ultimately, there is a law and there is a mindset, and how many of us follow which is there. So I think raising the age of the girls is one of the important things for them to be able to take a right decision, what is good for them and what is not good for them. And one more thing in that, educating the girl child will give her that confidence and that right of a sense of right and wrong to make the choice,
Yeah.
is what I feel.
Yeah. Dr. Kriti, you've obviously helped girls like Pintu. If we can go back to the panel now, you're working on annulment, because one of the points you're making is कि ये शादी कानून recognize ही नहीं करता, तो इसको annul होना चाहिए, divorce नहीं annul होना चाहिए. What is the reason that you're emphasizing on annulment instead of just the end of the marriage? And secondly, what do you think about the proposal कि ये उम्र बढ़नी चाहिए? सबसे पहले तो मुझे ये नहीं समझ आता why there should be a different age for girls and boys. I mean, there has to be gender parity, whatever the age is, there has to be gender parity in. Kriti? Dr. Kriti, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you please repeat your question?
What do you think of the proposal to change the law?
Okay, when we are new law, जब आप new law की बात कर रहे हैं, चीजें इसमें दिखाई दे रही हैं, जैसे कि अभी gender equality की बात की. Being a female, being a feminist, I think कि क्योंकि जितनी girls को मिलती है, boys को girls को मिलनी बहुत जरूरी है. It is very important. जितने career opportunities, educational opportunities boys को मिल रही है, उनकी गर्ल्स को मिले, इक्वली मिले. बट जब बात की जा रही है
जी.
then I think go beyond. We should
Okay,
think
Kriti,
beyond.
your आपकी आवाज somehow अच्छी नहीं आ रही है. We are going to try and let you improve that connection. But I want Jaya ji to respond to what we heard from Pintu. Jaya Jetli, you heard the story of Pintu. 6 साल की उम्र में इनकी शादी हुई. ये कहती है इनका सपना था एक टीचर बनना. Now अगर एक कोई कानून अलग होता तो क्या इनकी जिंदगी अलग होती? I keep coming back to the fact that one of the problems in our country is our cultural obsession with marriage and the way we judge girls who are not married, right? We still allow men to be bachelors. We romanticize bachelors. Do we ever romanticize single women? I mean, it's time to romanticize single women, in my opinion. That might create a cultural change.
Absolutely, 100%. And I think what the women of this country, young girls in fact, have shown in the last, say, 5 years is that they can achieve. All they need is a little backing, mostly from their parents. In society as such, nobody stops them. Look at the sportswomen, look at the wrestler from Haryana. I mean, who would think? Because Haryana is one place where there's been a lot of patriarchy and it seems to be accepted also. But I think women have shown everywhere that they have been able to achieve when given the opportunity. And of course, it starts at home. I don't think any parent wants to keep a girl behind. It's purely poverty and the oppression around them. In fact, in a very interesting session we had with young girls, a girl from Rajasthan who was 17 years old was actually fought against her own child marriage, and managed to avoid it, and is now heading a campaign in her village against child marriage, and she is a football coach in her school. So it's really wonderful what you can do in the midst of all this horrible patriarchy if you just hold your head up. And I think parents, you have to understand that parents also, there's a girl from Jharkhand who said that her parents are laborers and she doesn't get a meal till they come home with some money and can cook food. And she has to spend the whole day at home looking after her younger siblings. And therefore, where is the question of going to school? And once she's 15, neighbors say, oh, ladki ko kyun akeli chodi hai ghar pe, shaadi kara do. So it's societal pressure. But once the girl does achieve, everybody is happy and welcomes it and claps and celebrates. So I think the thing is we all have to build up the kind of institutions and infrastructure and policies that give women and young girls that courage. That's where we have to, I think, focus.
I just want to ask you, we have a few minutes left. I just want to ask Jaya Jetli and then Rinal, and I'm hoping Kriti can hear us. Jaya, how do you respond to the criticism? Then you must have heard this in the feedback you got from fellow feminists, that this will give, communities a greater patriarchal control over autonomy of young women, especially sexual agency, the agency to love who you want to, the agency to have sex. And I'm saying this again and again with a sense of responsibility because, there is teenage sex happening, and we have to confront that reality. And it becomes a way to penalize girls instead of boys. So are you concerned that this change in law, because you must have heard this feedback, could do that?
No, in fact, the feedback I've had, both from government, from the Ministry of Health, for instance, and from young people right across, even in rural areas, was that they accept the fact that there is sex these days before marriage and that we should not be judgmental about it. It was wonderful to have a discussion during this task force with the Ministry of Health officials that apart not being judgmental, we have to provide sex counseling, sex education. At the moment, the teachers in schools just skip the chapter on sex education in their syllabus and say, "Ghar pe jaake padh lena." They themselves feel embarrassed. We have to really confront these things and find ways of, dealing with them and circumventing those sort of thinking. I think whatever you may do, everyone, the elders and everybody may say that, morality is very important and we have to look after our girls. But if you believe that the girls can achieve all kinds of other things, then surely they must be given the opportunity to decide for themselves who they want to have sex with and whom they want to marry. And morality can't only be for women, it has to be for men also. And it starts in the home, how you teach your sons and daughters.
Oh, yeah. Mrinal, any concerns about the proposal? Any concerns? The one thing I want to endorse totally is that we've got to have the same age for boys and girls to get married. I mean, whatever it is, it has to be the same age.
Yes, so it is though. I think there are no concerns. It is better, but you'll have to understand that India is not what you and I live in. There is 60-70% of the rural area which is there, in which they do want girls to get married early. Now, whether it's 18 or 21 is what the debate would be. But ultimately, there is a mindset which is there that the earlier the girl gets married, it's better for a childbearing. It's better for all the other things that future come onto it. So the mindset will have to be changed to be made to understand that it's just not having a child and getting married, which is the be all and the end all. But that's going to take a lot of time, Barkha. It's very easy for us, for you and me to talk about it, but the ground reality, I think it's a far, far different than from where we are coming from. So I think the work that Jayaji is doing and other such activities which are going on is extremely important to empower them with knowledge and with an understanding as to what are the pitfalls of an early marriage and things like that, which will probably bring about a change in the mindset. And I'll tell you at the end of the day how much we say here about women's rights and equality in the rural areas. And I think Jayaji will agree with me that there is still a hold of a man over the family, and he still takes the decisions as to what is to be done to the girl child, the marriage, etc. So I think somewhere it's more of the law and the societal blend that will have to the change in the society that may bring about this. But yes, to raise the age of marriage is something which I would endorse, because that would give the girl not only a maturity, it will give her a better confidence to deal with whatever decision she's been taking, marriage being one of them, which is.
Okay, I'm going to make just one attempt to get Kriti back again because she hasn't been able to take part in our conversation. This is the perils of the new virtual world that we live in. Kriti ji, अगर आप मेरी आवाज सुनना चाह रही हैं और अब बहुत ही जल्दी, क्योंकि हम पैनल के अंत में आ रहे हैं, आप कुछ बोलना चाहें तो बोलिए प्लीज।
बिल्कुल बरखा जी, मुझे आपकी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है। मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहूंगी कि 18 से 20 हम बढ़ाने की बात कर रहे हैं, जेंडर इक्वालिटी और एड्रेस करता है, but when we are prevention of child marriages, I'm sorry, it's not worse. यहाँ 10 महीने की एज में चाइल्ड मैरिज, 11 महीने की एज में चाइल्ड मैरिजेस हो जाती है। इवन एट 4 days 4 दिन के बच्चे की से हमें रुकवाया है। तो जो तक वेट रहे हैं, जो फैमिलीज जो पेरेंट्स एक ही एज तक वेट नहीं कर रहे हैं, they are going to wait till
क्या
21.
होगा?
This is my
Yeah, yeah.
comment.
It's a fair question. It's a
जो
fair
18
question.
तक वेट
जी सॉरी, आपकी
जो
आवाज,
18
आपका
तक
कनेक्शन
वेट
इतना बढ़िया नहीं। मैं आपकी बात समझ रही हूँ। आपने कहा जो 18 तक वेट नहीं करता, जो 4 महीने की बच्ची की शादी कर देता है, वो 21 तक कैसे वेट करेगा? आई विल गिव जया जेटली द लास्ट वर्ड ऑन दैट, लेकिन मैं पिंटू से पूछना चाहती हूँ। पिंटू, आप, एक तो मैं आपको कहना चाहती हूँ कि 20 साल में आपकी जिंदगी खत्म नहीं हुई है, आगे अभी बहुत जिंदगी है, तो आगे आपको कोशिश करना है। आप क्या कहेंगी, कानून में बदलाव होना चाहिए? आपको क्या लगता है कि लड़की की या लड़के की भी शादी के लिए क्या ठीक उम्र है आपके मुताबिक, पिंटू देवी?
18 से 21 करना ज़्यादा ठीक नहीं होगा। गांव में तो 10-15 साल की उम्र में भी बाल ब्याह हो जाता है।
क्या हो जाता है?
और
क्या हो
बाल
जाता
ब्याह
है?
करा
दोबारा
देते हैं
बोलिए,
मतलब।
दोबारा बोलिए, नहीं
गांव
समझ
में
आई,
तो
दोबारा बोलिए।
18 से 21 करना ज़्यादा ठीक नहीं होगा। गांव में तो 10 से 15 साल की उम्र में भी बाल ब्याह करा देते हैं।
ओके, शी सेड कि 18 से 21 कैसे होगा, क्योंकि गांव में तो 10 से 12 साल की लड़कियों की भी शादी हो जाती है। जया जेटली, द लास्ट वर्ड टू यू। यू नो, व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड in journalism, one of the first stories I covered was the gang rape of a Dalit woman called Bhavri Devi. Bhavri Devi was gang raped for trying to stop, as part of a government program, the child marriage of a 1-year-old. Among the men who raped her was that child's father. Now, it may be an outlier incident, but she's still fighting in the Supreme Court for justice. I just want your last word on this concern, that where kids as young as 1-year-old or 10-year-old are getting married, how will this age increase stop that?
Anecdotal extremes can always be found. When 6-month-old marriage is only a kind of a token thing, the child will probably not be parental well after puberty or at puberty. So I don't think we need to go to such an extreme. Also, कानून तो होते हैं, लेकिन हर कानून का उल्लंघन तो होता ही है, इसलिए इतने केस होते हैं कोर्ट में और पुलिस में। कानून का उल्लंघन हुआ इसलिए ये कानून नहीं बदलनी चाहिए, वो बात नहीं है। कानून के हाथ से मदद भी होती है। कानून जब है तो लोग थोड़ा डरते हैं। कानून जब है तो उसके साथ हम लोग जरूर सुविधाएं भी जोड़नी चाहिए। There has to be opportunities where you do not have to come under the harsh arm of that law. So I would not look at it in a negative way. Just because something is wrong doesn't mean we should try as much as we can through law, through education, health, and campaigns and everything to change it for the better.
I'd actually agree with that. It's a complex conversation, but it's a very overdue conversation. And we're eagerly looking forward to the formal release of what your task force has found. We'll bring you back, all of you, to have more of this conversation. Thank you, Jaya Jetli, Mrinalini Deshmukh, Pintu Devi, and Dr. Kriti Bharti for joining us on this global town hall of We the Women. We leave it there. What a contrast this morning has been. You have at one end Gitanjali Rao, Time Magazine's Kid of the Year, Ridhima Pandey, BBC's Climate Change Crusader. On the other hand, you have Pintu Devi, married off at the age of 6, dreaming of being a teacher. Girl interrupted, quite literally.